Have you ever felt that gut-wrenching disappointment after putting yourself out there, only to feel unnoticed or unimportant? You plan carefully, you think about the perfect things to say, and you try your best to make a lasting impression. But somehow, things still fall flat. Instead of connection, all you're left with is a sense of awkwardness or maybe even rejection. It's a painful feeling, isn't it? In today's world, where everyone seems to be chasing attention, validation, and likes, we've come to believe that impressing others requires some special trick. We're bombarded with advice about what to say, how to act, even what to wear. Yet, despite following all this guidance, many people find themselves stuck in the same place, wondering why their efforts aren't paying off, feeling invisible, or worse, questioning their own worth. But here's something few people realize. The most attractive, engaging people aren't the ones with perfect lines or fancy tricks. They're not the ones who try to dazzle with stories or dominate conversations. The people who stand out and leave lasting impressions are those who are calm, confident, and centered in themselves. These individuals don't need to impress because their confidence and self-assurance speak for themselves. Instead of seeking validation, they're focused on staying true to who they are, and that inner strength shines through. Imagine this. You're on a date, and things start to go a little sideways. Maybe the person you're with doesn't seem as engaged as you hoped, or maybe they make a comment that feels like a test. What would you do? Most people would feel their pulse quicken, maybe even panic a little as they scramble to save the conversation. But picture someone who simply smiles, stays calm, and doesn't feel the need to react emotionally. In that moment, they've shown more strength and value than any clever line or charming story ever could. This is the power of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy centered on controlling your responses, staying grounded, and not being ruled by the opinions of others. And in today's drama-filled dating world, these Stoic principles are like a superpower. They let you navigate tough situations without losing your cool. They help you maintain genuine confidence that doesn't need external approval, and they show you how to build connections that are based on authenticity, not tactics. In this video, we're diving into how you can use Stoic principles to become the kind of person that others are drawn to effortlessly. We'll look at specific, practical ways to communicate calmly, listen genuinely, and keep your composure when things get tough. By the end, you won't just feel more confident. You'll be able to handle any conversation with a sense of ease and self-assurance that people will notice. So, if you're ready to move past superficial advice and get to the real heart of building lasting attraction, stay with me. These insights could change not just your dating life, but the way you approach every relationship in your life. When it comes to building real, lasting attraction, calm confidence is the foundation. It's the kind of quiet, grounded assurance that doesn't need to be loud, flashy, or attention-seeking. Calm confidence is powerful because it shows that you're steady, in control of yourself, and not easily rattled. In a world where people are often reactive, quick to seek validation, and eager to impress, someone who can stay calm and composed stands out naturally. Why calm confidence is so magnetic? Confidence itself is attractive, but calm confidence is different. It's a form of self-assurance that doesn't come from needing others' approval. Instead, it stems from within, based on a clear understanding of your own worth. A calm, confident person isn't constantly seeking reassurance or validation from others. This internal stability is what creates natural attraction. Why is that? Because we're naturally drawn to people who don't let every little thing shake them. When someone can stay calm and grounded, even in difficult situations, it communicates a powerful message. I am secure in who I am. And this message resonates deeply because it's rare. Most people let their mood and self-worth fluctuate based on others' opinions or reactions. But when you exude calm confidence, you show that you're a person who's comfortable in your own skin and doesn't need constant approval to feel secure. How calm confidence manifests in conversation. Imagine you're on a date, and the person you're with makes a casual comment about how they're typically attracted to a different type than you. Maybe they mention something about your style or personality that doesn't quite align with their usual preferences. In this situation, many people would feel a pang of insecurity and might either try to change the subject quickly or, worse, start defending themselves. But a person with calm confidence would approach this moment differently. Instead of letting that comment throw them off, they might smile, nod, and respond lightly. Maybe they say, "I get that. It's good to know what you like," without any need to justify or explain themselves. This kind of calm, non-reactive response shows that they're not looking to mold themselves into someone else's ideal or needing the other person's approval. They're simply secure in who they are. The power of non-reactivity. Non-reactivity is one of the hallmarks of calm confidence, and it's deeply rooted in Stoic principles. The Stoics taught that we should focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and let go of what we can't control, like others' opinions or behaviors. This mindset is incredibly powerful in social situations. It allows you to listen openly, respond thoughtfully, and avoid feeling threatened by others' words or judgments. Let's look at another example. Imagine you're at a social gathering and someone makes a snide remark or tries to subtly challenge you. The natural, knee-jerk response might be to snap back, defend yourself, or try to win the interaction. But when you respond calmly and maybe even with a bit of humor, you show that you're not letting someone else's negativity pull you in. You might say something like, "Interesting perspective," and simply move on. This kind of non-reactivity demonstrates inner strength and composure. You're not giving away your power by allowing someone else's words to dictate your response. A real-life scenario, staying calm when rejected. Imagine you've approached someone you're interested in, maybe even asked them out, but they turn you down. It's easy to take rejection personally, to feel like it's a reflection of your worth. But calm confidence, rooted in Stoic thinking, reminds you that rejection isn't a judgment on who you are. It's simply one person's response based on their own preferences and circumstances. Let's say the person says, "I don't think we're a match." Instead of reacting with disappointment or defensiveness, a person with calm confidence might simply smile and respond with, "I appreciate the honesty." They walk away without feeling diminished because they know their self-worth isn't tied to this single interaction. By responding this way, they show resilience and self-assurance, qualities that are far more memorable and attractive than any clever line could be. In this situation, calm confidence communicates, "I value myself enough not to need everyone's approval." This kind of response doesn't just protect your own self-esteem, it also often leaves a positive impression on the other person. They see that you're not easily shaken or needy, which are qualities that people respect and remember. Practical ways to build calm confidence. If you're wondering how to develop this calm confidence, here are a few practical tips to incorporate into daily life. 1. Pause before reacting. When you feel the urge to respond quickly, especially in tense situations, take a breath. Pausing allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively, giving you control over your reactions. 2. Practice self-validation. Remind yourself regularly that your worth isn't dependent on external opinions. Try affirmations like, "I am enough as I am," or "I don't need everyone's approval to feel valuable." 3. Use visualization. Visualize yourself in potentially challenging social situations, such as a tough conversation or being turned down, and practice responding calmly. Imagine yourself handling it with composure and confidence, so when the real moment comes, you're prepared. 4. Reflect on Stoic principles. The Stoic teaching to focus on what's within our control is invaluable here. By regularly reminding yourself to let go of what you can't control, you can stay centered and less emotionally attached to others' responses. Calm confidence isn't about having the perfect response or impressing others. It's about staying true to yourself, maintaining self-assurance, and not letting external factors dictate your worth. When you develop this inner stability, you're able to handle social interactions with grace, strength, and authenticity. People are naturally drawn to this quality because it signals that you're grounded, genuine, and secure. Building calm confidence isn't an overnight process, but with practice, it becomes a defining characteristic of who you are. And once you have it, you'll find that it doesn't just change how people respond to you, it transforms how you view yourself and your place in the world. Body language is often more powerful than words. It's the first impression you make and can reveal a great deal about your confidence level before you even speak. Confident body language sends a message that you're comfortable in your own skin, grounded, and self-assured. This is particularly important when it comes to attraction because, whether consciously or subconsciously, people pick up on these nonverbal cues. Why body language matters. Body language is a form of communication that bypasses the need for words. People can sense confidence, or the lack of it, through your posture, gestures, and facial expressions. When you display confident body language, it signals that you are someone who is comfortable with yourself and not easily shaken. This makes you more approachable, intriguing, and naturally attractive. Let's break down some specific aspects of confident body language, including posture, eye contact, gestures, and movement, and explore how each one can help you project a calm, steady self-assurance. Practical tip: stand in front of a mirror and observe your posture. Relax your shoulders, straighten your back, and look at yourself standing tall. Practice this posture until it becomes second nature, so that no matter where you go, your body language reflects your inner confidence. 1. Stand tall. Posture speaks volumes. Good posture is the foundation of confident body language. When you stand up straight, shoulders back and relaxed, with your chest open, it sends a message of self-assurance and approachability. Slouching or hunching over, on the other hand, can make you appear uncertain or insecure. Imagine walking into a room with your head held high, standing tall. People notice someone who takes up space confidently but not arrogantly. This doesn't mean standing rigidly, but allowing your body to occupy space naturally and comfortably. Practicing this posture in your daily life can help reinforce an internal sense of confidence as well. Even in stressful situations, standing tall can serve as a reminder to stay composed and grounded. 2. Eye contact, the window to confidence. Maintaining steady eye contact is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to convey confidence. When you look someone in the eye, it shows that you're present, engaged, and unafraid of being seen. Many people avoid eye contact when they feel insecure, glancing around the room or looking down. But a confident person knows that eye contact is a way to establish trust and connection. Imagine you're in a conversation and you hold a steady, relaxed gaze while the other person is speaking. You're not staring intensely, but rather maintaining eye contact in a calm and natural way. This signals that you're fully engaged and not anxious about their judgment. Maintaining eye contact also helps you appear sincere and focused, which can make the other person feel valued and respected. Practical tip: practice holding eye contact in low-stakes situations, such as ordering coffee or speaking with a colleague. Aim to hold their gaze for a few seconds at a time without looking away too quickly. Over time, this will become more comfortable and will help you project calm confidence in more intense situations. 3. Controlled movements. Less is more. Confident body language often means keeping your movements deliberate and purposeful. People who fidget, tap their fingers, or shift their weight frequently can appear nervous or unsettled. On the other hand, those who move slowly and intentionally come across as calm and in control. Think of high-value individuals who command attention when they enter a room. They don't rush, they move with purpose, which communicates that they're in no hurry to seek approval or validation. Moving with intention doesn't mean you have to be rigid. It's more about allowing each action to have meaning and purpose. Whether it's reaching for a glass, adjusting your posture, or even turning to greet someone, do it with steady, measured movements. Practical tip: practice moving more slowly and deliberately in daily life. When reaching for something, do it with purpose. Avoid tapping your foot or fidgeting. By developing greater control over your movements, you reinforce a sense of calm confidence that others can easily pick up on. 4. Open gestures communicate openness and self-assurance. Gestures are another critical aspect of body language. Open gestures, such as keeping your arms relaxed at your sides or using your hands naturally while speaking, show that you're approachable and confident. Closed gestures, like crossing your arms or clenching your fists, can make you appear defensive or closed off. For instance, if you're sitting with someone and having a conversation, keep your arms open and relaxed. Rest them comfortably on the table or by your side. This signals that you're comfortable and not putting up any barriers. Open gestures invite others to feel comfortable around you, making it easier to build rapport and connection. Practical tip: notice your natural gestures when talking. If you find yourself crossing your arms or fidgeting, consciously try to relax and open up. Practice using open gestures to show that you're confident and approachable. 5. Smile genuinely. Relaxed facial expressions. A genuine smile can be one of the most powerful signals of confidence. It shows warmth and approachability, helping others feel at ease around you. But the key here is to avoid forced or nervous smiles, which can make you seem anxious. A relaxed smile, paired with calm eye contact, conveys that you're both friendly and confident. Imagine you're meeting someone new, and you greet them with a relaxed, genuine smile. This simple gesture shows that you're comfortable with yourself and excited to meet them without needing to prove anything. The ability to smile without nervousness suggests that you're at ease in social settings and open to connecting with others. Practical tip: when you catch yourself feeling tense, take a deep breath and relax your facial muscles. Allow a natural smile to come through as you exhale. This helps reduce tension and signals confidence to those around you. A real-life example of confident body language in action. Let's imagine you're attending a networking event or a social gathering where you don't know many people. You might feel a little nervous, but instead of letting those nerves control you, you use the principles of confident body language. As you enter the room, you stand tall, maintaining an open posture with your shoulders relaxed. You take a moment to make eye contact with a few people, offering a relaxed smile. When you begin a conversation, you keep your movement steady and purposeful, listening carefully and nodding attentively. By staying mindful of these body language cues, you give off a presence of calm confidence, making you approachable and memorable. A real-life example of confident body language in action. Let's imagine you're attending a networking event or a social gathering where you don't know many people. You might feel a little nervous, but instead of letting those nerves control you, you use the principles of confident body language. As you enter the room, you stand tall, maintaining an open posture with your shoulders relaxed. You take a moment to make eye contact with a few people, offering a relaxed smile. When you begin a conversation, you keep your movement steady and purposeful, listening carefully and nodding attentively. By staying mindful of these body language cues, you give off a presence of calm confidence, making you approachable and memorable. In any social interaction, especially when it comes to attraction, one of the most valuable yet often overlooked skills is active listening. It's the ability to be fully present in a conversation, to genuinely hear and understand the other person. Active listening shows that you're interested, that you care, and that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings. It's a powerful quality that creates real connection, and it's incredibly attractive because it's so rare. Why active listening is so attractive. Most people think that to make an impression, they need to talk more, share interesting stories, or be witty and engaging. But often, what truly leaves an impression is the exact opposite, the ability to listen well. When you're genuinely listening, you're not just waiting for your turn to speak or thinking about what to say next. You're fully engaged in what the other person is sharing, and they can feel that. Active listening is attractive because it's a signal of emotional maturity and self-assurance. People who are confident don't feel the need to dominate every conversation or constantly prove themselves. They're comfortable enough to give the floor to others, to listen without interruption, and to be genuinely curious. This makes the person you're talking to feel valued, understood, and respected, qualities that are deeply attractive on a subconscious level. How to practice active listening. 1. Give your full attention. The first step to active listening is to be fully present. This may sound simple, but in today's world, it's surprisingly difficult. Too often, people are distracted by their phones, by other conversations, or by their own thoughts. When you give someone your full attention, however, you're sending a powerful message. You matter in this moment. Imagine you're on a date, and instead of checking your phone every few minutes or glancing around the room, you're fully focused on the person in front of you. You make eye contact, you nod occasionally, and you show through your body language that you're engaged. This kind of undivided attention is rare, and it immediately creates a deeper connection. People are drawn to those who make them feel like they're the only person in the room. Practical tip: when you're in a conversation, put your phone away, avoid looking around, and focus entirely on the other person. Show that they have your complete attention, and they'll naturally feel closer to you. 2. use nonverbal cues to show engagement. Listening isn't just about staying silent. It's about showing through your body language that you're engaged and interested. Simple gestures like nodding, maintaining eye contact, and leaning slightly forward can all signal that you're actively listening. These nonverbal cues tell the other person that you're not just hearing them, but truly absorbing what they're saying. For example, if someone is sharing a story, nodding at key moments or smiling when they mention something funny shows that you're following along. These small reactions encourage the speaker to open up more and feel comfortable sharing. When people feel understood, they're more likely to see you as a genuine and attractive person. Practical tip: be mindful of your body language. Lean in slightly when someone is speaking, nod occasionally, and maintain a relaxed and open posture. These small actions can make a big difference in how connected the other person feels. 3. Ask follow-up questions. One of the best ways to show that you're actively listening is to ask follow-up questions. These questions don't just show that you are listening, they show that you're genuinely interested and curious. Follow-up questions help keep the conversation going and encourage the other person to dive deeper into their thoughts. For instance, if someone shares that they love traveling, don't just respond with, "Oh, that's cool." Instead, ask something like, "What's been your favorite place to visit?" Or, "Is there anywhere you'd love to go next?" These questions invite the other person to share more, and they signal that you're not just making small talk, you're invested in the conversation. Practical tip: practice asking questions that invite the other person to expand on their thoughts. Avoid yes or no questions, and instead focus on open-ended ones that allow for a more meaningful exchange. Reflect back what you hear. Another powerful technique in active listening is to reflect back what the other person has said. This doesn't mean repeating their words exactly, but rather summarizing or acknowledging key points in your own words. Reflecting shows that you've really understood and appreciated their thoughts, and it encourages them to continue sharing. For example, if someone says, "I've been working really hard on this project at work, and it's been exhausting," you could respond, "It sounds like you've put a lot of effort into it." That must be both challenging and rewarding. This type of response shows empathy and helps the other person feel validated. They'll appreciate that you truly listened and cared about what they had to say. Practical tip: practice summarizing or acknowledging what someone has said in your own words. This shows that you're engaged and helps to build a stronger connection. A real-life example of active listening in action. Imagine you're in a conversation with someone who's talking about their passion for photography. Instead of simply nodding along, you focus intently on what they're saying. You keep eye contact, you smile at appropriate moments, and you ask questions like, "What got you into photography?" or "What's your favorite thing to capture?" As they respond, you reflect back by saying, "It sounds like photography is a way for you to express yourself and see the world in a unique way." By actively listening, you're showing that you value their interests, and you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. This level of engagement and attentiveness creates a deeper connection and makes you stand out. People remember conversations where they felt heard and understood, and they're drawn to those who show genuine interest in them. The impact of active listening on attraction and connection. When you're fully present in a conversation, actively listening and responding thoughtfully, you're demonstrating qualities that are both rare and valuable. Active listening conveys respect, empathy, and understanding, qualities that people are naturally drawn to. When someone feels truly heard, they're more likely to feel comfortable and open around you, making it easier to build trust and rapport. Active listening also has a powerful effect on attraction. In a world where many people feel unheard, showing genuine interest is a refreshing experience. It leaves a lasting impression because it's based on real, meaningful engagement. People are often surprised by how deeply they feel connected to someone who listens well, and this creates a foundation for lasting attraction. Active listening is a skill that requires practice, but its impact on your relationships and interactions is profound. By giving your full attention, using nonverbal cues, asking thoughtful questions, and reflecting back what you hear, you show others that you're not just there to talk, you're there to understand. This approach doesn't just make conversations more meaningful, it also makes you a person that others are naturally drawn to. By adopting these active listening techniques, you're not only enhancing your communication skills, but also strengthening your ability to connect with others on a deeper level. People are always more interested in those who genuinely listen and care, and this quality makes you memorable and magnetic in any social setting. In life, rejection and difficult situations are inevitable. Whether it's in relationships, work, or social situations, everyone experiences moments where things don't go as planned or where they feel a sense of rejection. In these moments, our initial reaction might be to feel embarrassed, frustrated, or even defeated. But according to Stoic principles, these reactions can be controlled and even transformed into opportunities for growth. The Stoic approach emphasizes self-control and resilience, qualities that allow you to remain calm and composed, even in the face of rejection or adversity. Let's explore some Stoic strategies for managing these challenging situations and discuss how to apply them in real life. Why rejection and setbacks don't define your worth. One of the key teachings in Stoicism is understanding what's within your control and what isn't. According to the Stoics, we can control our actions, thoughts, and responses, but we can't control how others perceive us or react to us. When someone rejects you or when a situation turns out differently than you hoped, remember that this outcome is not a reflection of your worth. Rather, it's a neutral event, an outcome shaped by many factors, often unrelated to your value as a person. When you view rejection from a Stoic perspective, you realize that your self-worth doesn't depend on one person's opinion or one event. This mindset helps you to let go of the need for external validation and to focus on developing inner confidence and strength. Stoic strategies to handle rejection calmly. 1. Reframe the experience. In Stoicism, one powerful tool is reframing, changing the way you interpret events. Instead of seeing rejection as a personal failure, view it as a neutral experience that offers insights or learning opportunities. For example, if someone turns you down for a date, rather than thinking, "I'm not good enough," consider that they may have different preferences, interests, or circumstances that have nothing to do with you. By reframing rejection, you free yourself from negative self-judgment and transform the experience into something constructive. You might think, this is just one person's perspective. It doesn't define who I am. This shift in perspective keeps your self-worth intact and allows you to move forward without lingering negative feelings. 2. Practice emotional detachment. Stoics emphasize the importance of emotional detachment, which doesn't mean being cold or uncaring, but rather controlling your emotional reactions to external events. Emotional detachment allows you to experience rejection without being overwhelmed by feelings of disappointment or frustration. Imagine you've applied for a job that you really wanted but didn't get. Instead of allowing yourself to be consumed by disappointment, remind yourself that the decision is out of your control. You did your best, and now it's time to focus on your next steps rather than ruminating over the outcome. This approach helps you move on more quickly and prevents the rejection from affecting your confidence. Practical tip: when you feel a strong emotional reaction to rejection, take a few deep breaths and remind yourself, this event doesn't control me. I control my response. By repeating this mantra, you reinforce your ability to stay calm and composed. 3. Focus on the bigger picture. Rejection often feels intense in the moment, but Stoicism encourages us to look at situations from a broader perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Often, the answer is no. Stoicism teaches that life is full of ups and downs, and each experience is a small part of a larger journey. By keeping a long-term perspective, you can minimize the emotional impact of short-term setbacks. For example, if you experience rejection in a relationship, consider how this event fits into the bigger picture of your life. Maybe this rejection creates space for a more meaningful connection down the line. By focusing on long-term growth and resilience, you're less likely to let temporary disappointments shake you. Practical tip: whenever you feel discouraged by rejection, take a moment to write down 3 things you've learned or gained from the experience. This helps shift your focus from the immediate emotional response to the long-term benefits of resilience and growth. 4. Respond gracefully. How you respond to rejection is a reflection of your character. Stoicism teaches that even when others don't respond positively, you can still control your own response. Instead of reacting with anger, defensiveness, or hurt, practice responding with grace and composure. A simple, "Thank you for your honesty," can go a long way. Imagine you're at a social gathering and you approach someone for a conversation, but they seem uninterested or even dismissive. Rather than feeling embarrassed or taking it personally, you could smile and say, "No problem, have a great night." This kind of calm, graceful response demonstrates confidence and maturity, and it leaves a positive impression. Practical tip: practice responding gracefully by preparing a few simple, respectful phrases you can use when facing rejection. This way, you're ready to handle the situation calmly, even if it catches you off guard. Real-life example: keeping composure when rejected. Imagine you're on a date and things seem to be going well, but toward the end, the person tells you, "I'm not feeling a connection." For most people, this would trigger feelings of disappointment or even embarrassment. But as someone practicing Stoic principles, you take a deep breath and respond, "Thank you for being honest. I enjoyed spending time with you." You smile and leave gracefully without letting this person's opinion affect your self-worth. By responding in this way, you've shown emotional resilience and confidence. You've maintained your dignity, and you walk away without letting rejection cloud your sense of self. This approach not only helps you stay composed, but also leaves a lasting impression as someone who handles difficult situations with grace. In today's world, where rejection and challenges are part of life, calm confidence and emotional resilience are invaluable qualities. By applying Stoic principles, you can handle setbacks without letting them define your worth. Remember that your response is always within your control, even if the situation itself isn't. To put these ideas into practice: 1. Reframe rejection. See setbacks as neutral events that don't define you. Shift your mindset to see them as growth opportunities. 2. Practice emotional detachment. Train yourself to respond calmly rather than react emotionally. This helps you stay grounded and unaffected by others' opinions. 3. Focus on the bigger picture. Remind yourself that most rejections are minor in the grand scheme of things. Keep a long-term perspective to avoid overreacting to temporary setbacks. 4. Respond with grace. Remember that how you handle rejection speaks volumes. A calm, respectful response shows strength and leaves a positive impression. By embracing these practices, you'll build resilience that not only makes you stronger, but also more attractive to those around you. Instead of allowing rejection to diminish your confidence, use it as a tool to strengthen your self-worth and inner peace. If you found these Stoic insights helpful, consider subscribing to this channel. Together, we'll continue exploring ways to build a life of resilience, purpose, and authentic confidence. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. In life, we can't avoid rejection or difficult moments. But by practicing calm confidence, emotional detachment, and graceful response, core principles of Stoicism, we can handle these situations without losing our self-worth or inner peace. These qualities not only make us more resilient, but also more attractive in a world where emotional stability is rare and highly valued. Key takeaways. 1. Reframe rejection. Remember that rejection isn't a measure of your value. It's simply one person's opinion or a single outcome among many. When you change your perspective to view rejection as neutral or even constructive, it loses its power to shake you. 2. Practice emotional detachment. Learning to detach from outcomes means you're not letting the highs and lows of daily life control your emotional state. This kind of resilience helps you stay grounded, even in situations that might otherwise trigger stress or self-doubt. 3. Respond with grace. How you respond to rejection or criticism is a testament to your strength and maturity. Responding gracefully not only protects your dignity, but also shows others that you're a person who values respect and composure over reaction. Principles may sound simple, but they require conscious practice. By applying Stoic principles regularly, you develop a mindset that is prepared to face life's inevitable challenges with strength, calm, and confidence. Practical advice for everyday life. Start incorporating these practices gradually into your daily routine. When you encounter a minor setback, take a moment to pause, breathe, and remind yourself that your response is within your control. If you face criticism or rejection, use it as an opportunity to reframe the experience and practice emotional resilience. Over time, these small acts build inner strength that will carry over to more challenging situations. Try keeping a journal to reflect on your progress. Write down moments when you successfully applied Stoic principles or times when you struggled to stay calm, and learn from each experience. This habit reinforces your commitment to emotional resilience and helps you track your growth. If these ideas resonate with you and you're interested in building a life of resilience, inner peace, and genuine confidence, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Here, we dive into timeless Stoic principles and how they can empower you to handle relationships, setbacks, and everyday challenges with grace and self-assurance. Together, we'll explore more practical strategies for building the strength and peace that comes from within. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to helping you on your journey to a more grounded, confident, and fulfilling life. See you in the next video.